Greetings and assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to another video. This is your host Munir, and in this video I'm going to teach you that how you can detach and attach the EBS volume between EC2 instances. Okay, so the concept of EBS volume is just like a hard drive that is attached to a EC2 server. When you create an EC2 instance, so there is a concept called as EBS, which stands for Elastic Block Storage. So whenever you create a server on AWS, so the storage is called as EBS on AWS, and you can easily attach or detach the volumes between EC2 instances. Okay. One thing I would like to mention as a disclaimer that EBS volumes are zone specific. Okay. So what does it mean? That for example, if your EC2 instance exists in availability zone A, for example, so you have the authority or you have the option to attach or detach the volume of other server and mount that volume into newly created or any other server that you want to mount as a separate or a separate disk. Okay, but you have to make sure that the EC2 server and volume should exist in the same availability zone. But if your EC2 instance is in a different AZ, so the volume will not appear in the attach option. Okay, so this is the disclaimer. So I thought that I should inform you guys that for example, if you want to attach and detach the EBS volume, so you have to make sure that the EBS volume and the server that you are going to mount that specific volume should exist in the same availability zone. So without wasting your time, let's jump into AWS console and show you how you can easily detach and attach the EBS volume. Okay, so for now, as you can see that in my AWS account, there are two servers running. One is Bastion Host and the other one is testing server. So what I'm going to do is from testing server, I will add some folders and files. And then after that, I will stop this instance, detach the volume, remove this instance or delete this one and attach the volume of testing server into Bastion Host server. Okay, so let's connect this testing server. So right now I'm inside the testing server, and if I go to File Explorer, so let me just create some files inside C drive. So let me just create a new folder called as Tech with Munib. Okay. Okay, as you can see that I have created a folder called as Tech with Munib, and inside Tech with Munib, let me just try to add some folders or files from my local system. Okay, so I have a folder on my local system called as Munib portfolio. I'm going to Control C and then Control V. So it will automatically copy and paste the files from local to your AWS EC2 server. Okay, so go to Munib portfolio. As you can see that we only have two folders or directories. So let me just create some sample notepad files for demo purpose. Okay, so I have created additional 6 files and 2 directories. It means I have total 8 files. Okay, so which exists inside the C drive that contains Tech with Munib. Inside Tech with Munib, there is a folder called as Munib portfolio, and inside Munib portfolio there are 8 files. Okay, so this is the testing server session that I have taken right now, and let me just show you the IP, which is 66.171 at the last. And as you can see in AWS console, it is showing the same IP address. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to stop this instance tape, stop instance, and stop it. Once this instance stops, I will try to show you how you can detach the volume from this testing server. If I go to storage, if I show you the storage section of the testing server, you would see the volume ID is 319A. So let me just open this on a new tab and give it a proper name tag to this volume. Okay, so right now I'm giving volume tag as tag with Munib backup, or you could say new EBS volume. Okay, so I have given this volume a tag, and how we can identify that either this volume is attached to this testing server or not. So if you scroll down a little bit, you would see attached resource section that contains the instance ID along with the instance name. So the instance ID is E967 And if you go into AWS console EC2 dashboard, the testing server instance ID is showing E967, which means that we are in a right track. Okay. So once this server stop, I will try to detach this volume. Okay. So go back to volumes dashboard and go to actions and go to detach volume, detach, and you would see that the volume state is showing you available. Okay. So which means that it has instantly detached the volume from the server. And let's just try to delete this server. But before that, let me just refresh this page and show you the volume ID or storage block. In storage block, as you can see that it is not showing anything which indicates that the volume detachment process is now completed. So as you know that this server is not in the testing server is useless because there is no storage behind it. So let's just delete that instance. Okay, so right now I'm going to delete this instance, terminate this one. Okay, so I'm deleting this one. Go to terminate. Terminated this instance. Terminate means it is now deleted. Okay, so this volume is freely available and we can use this volume and attach it to a Bastion host server. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, right now as you can see there is a running Bastion host server, only a single server which is Bastion host, and I will show you how you can mount and attach the volume and make it online. Okay, so these two servers are Windows server. In the upcoming videos I will definitely cover the Linux one, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so go back to volume section, click on it and go to actions and attach the volume. So it will ask you the instance ID, and as you can see the Bastion host that I have selected. And I was saying one thing that the server and the EBS volume should exist in the same availability zone. So for example, if your server exists in a different availability zone, so the attachment option will not show to you. Okay, so you have to make sure. And device name, you can consider any of these recommended options by AWS. So let's go with the XVDE even. Okay, and attach volume. Okay, so if I go to Bastion host storage section, you would see a single one. But if I try to refresh this, so you would see that the Bastion host has two volumes attached to it. Okay, as you can see right here. So let's try to access the Bastion host, and I will show you how you can make it online and use this attached volume. Okay. Okay. Okay, right now as you can see that I'm inside the Bastion host server. So basically this is Windows 11 based 2025 Windows server. And if I try to open the file explorer and go to this PC, so you can see that it is showing you a single partition or a single drive, which is C drive. Whereas if you go back to AWS console, it is showing you the two attached volumes. So in Windows, you have to make the newly attached volume as a online. So for that, let me just go back to Bastion host server and in search bar type compmgmt.msc, which is the short form of computer management, and open this application and go to disk management. So as you can see that there it is showing you two disks, disk 1 and disk 2. Okay, so this disk is the Bastion host own hard drive, and this disk 1 is the volume of the testing server. But right now as you can see it is showing you offline. So what we need to do is to make it, in order to make it online, just right click and go to online option. So it will become online, and if I go back to file explorer, you can see that the another partition is showing you. Okay, so if I go to this directory and try to go to tech with Munir, and inside Tech with Munir, there is a folder called as Munir Portfolio. And as you can see that the following files and folders that it was showing you on the testing server is now showing you in the Bastion host server. Okay, so this is the entire demo of how you can detach and attach the EBS volume between EC2 instances. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. So give this video a thumbs up, and inshallah I will come up with the amazing ideas in future. So stay tuned for that, and take care of yourself and your loved ones. and inshallah I will come up with the amazing videos. So stay tuned for that. Okay, thank you so much everyone.